we're going to do our hinges tonight. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our book together. Now, I've said you had a new teacher last night, Sally Ann. Did you go in the Scrap Lab group for the scrapbook layout? I keep finding bits of stars everywhere today. Anyway, never mind. So, when I do my hinges, I'm going to just use plain cardstock tonight. But if you can, and this is a book that's going to get a lot of use and opening and closing, I would recommend, hi Diana, hope you're feeling good. I would absolutely thoroughly recommend using something called Tyvek. Now, if you haven't come across Tyvek before, no demonstrations tonight, but I'm going to show it to you. It looks like paper, but it's kind of almost like it is a plastic, but I think well, I know it's a plastic, you told me that. But it looks a bit like that sort of oh, what the stuff's called, my mind's gone a blank, you know, they make boats out of fiberglass. It looks like fiberglass to me, but it's great stuff because it looks like paper and it sounds like paper, and it's really easy to work with, but you can't tear it in theory. So it's really great because what it means is it's going to strengthen the card, so that when we're opening and closing, there's not going to be sort of like the card isn't going to be prone to tearing along your score marks, because with the folio we're going to make our hinges out of card and they're going to be scored. Michelle, you're walking on dangerous ground.
Mel as well.
I know, I'm not ignoring Mel totally. So this is a great product. It's actually used for building houses. It's a breathable membrane and they put it on the outside of houses, and it's
polyethylene strands, I think it is.
I don't know. It's good. It's good stuff. He's being all takes. This is the joy of being married to a engineer. Anyway, so it's really good stuff because it's thin and it just, you know, doesn't.
I was going to say Santa, wasn't you?
No, I wasn't going to say Santa. So the best way that I find to attach this to the card, and actually Mel can do this better than me, is I use double-sided tape. And the one thing that I will say is if you're going to use Tyvek, put it onto your card before you cut it. Use double-sided tape because with glue it will bobble, and no matter what you do, you're not going to get a really good adhesion. But now, oh, Storm, oh, I'm just moving that out of harm's way. I don't know where to put it. Wherever I put it, it's going to have an accident. Oh no, it can't go all over me. I'll put it there.
No,
oh, careful. Right, okay, so, thank you, Storm. I need double-sided tape. Oh, jeez. Storm, really? Really? You've got the whole house. You need to put your tape onto your... She's going to have to go. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry, baby, but you're going to have to go. Come on, little one. Go into your... No, you can't. I've covered it in books. Come on, come on. Oh, she doesn't like being picked up. Come on, baby. Come on, come on. Oh, my baby girl. Oh, she's attached to me. Oh. Go on. Good girl. I'm sorry. I do love you. Right. If you want to attach it to your card, but I mean, I'm going to use really wide double-sided tape here. But you can do it obviously with just ordinary double-sided tape, the thin one, but you can't leave any gaps. This is my tip for tonight.
No gappage.
No gappage. So you need to line up your tape right to the edge of your card.
Ellie's just joined us.
Evening, Ellie. Is Axel with you? But make sure when you put your tape on, mine's covered in cat hairs. There's a surprise.
Cat glitter.
Everything I own is covered in cat hair. Make sure you butt up your... Oh, Stormy, I love you.
And it says no gusset.
No gussets tonight. No, not really. So I'm going to put these up next to each other as close as they will go.
Ellie says that's some honking chunky double-sided
We only
tape.
do chunky in this house, Ellie. It might be painfully apparent. Right, okay, so I've got some... Oh, I'm sorry about the cat hair, everybody.
It doesn't show on the screen.
Does it not? Oh, good. So I'm just going to add all of my double-sided tape there, okay? So let's just... I cut my nails today. I haven't got nails at the best of times, but now I've just got none at all, and I can't get this tape off. Huh?
You want to borrow mine?
I might have to in a minute. I'm really doing very badly here.
You usually do that very easily.
I know, but I've really cut my nails short. I mean, seriously short. Too short, actually.
Oh.
I can't do anything. Ooh, I can't do anything.
Alright, I'll be doing tea.
Yeah, Mel's really good at this. Mel's really good at this bit. Right, okay, so what you need to do now is just lay your Tyvek on the top. Now, I find Mel will tell you a better way to do this. It's just to lay it in the corner
Racket's just trying to...
and just lay it down on top so that you get a smooth sort of, I don't know, but you're just sticking it on top, all right? So as you can see, all we've done is we've just added that to our card. Hi, Rekka, you're all right, lovely. And now it's attached, but it just still looks like card, so it's good stuff. But I'm not going to use it on mine because I've only got one piece of Tyvek up here. So I'm going to cut my hinges just out of plain cardstock. And like I said, the point of Tyvek is really, it's about strengthening the hinge. It's not... You can still make the book without. It's just not going to be as strong, if you see what I mean. Aww. So, onto the home stretch. Let us get out our trimmers and let us cut out...
One side, right the other. Which way do you want to stick it down?
Kate, what colour's your base card of your book? Is it black or white? Ellie, shut up. You're getting very, very close to a ban. Was that you laughing at her?
No, it was coffee.
Oh, is that what it was?
That was coffee.
Kate, okay, Kate, you want to stick it white side down so that you're going to have black on both sides. You can get Tyvek in many colours. If you're lucky enough to live in the US... Hi Malcolm, don't you worry. We're just discussing the merits of Tyvek. If you live in the US, you seem to be able to get Tyvek in 1,000,001 colours, which is fantastic. We're not so lucky over here. I have Tyvek in white, but I also have Tyvek in black. Now you can get it black both sides, but to me it makes it really, really thick because the black covering it's not. It's like a laminate, really. It's not, you know, black Tyvek as such. So it's white on one side. So you need to stick it down so that the white's down so that your card is going to be black on both sides. Evening, Noreen. So there you go. So yeah, my advice would be to stick it white side down, Kate. Okay.
The video.
Oh, for goodness sake. It's nearly as good as somebody whose star went flying last night. Eh, Mark?
I don't recall.
For all of you who don't know what on earth we're talking about, I like to explain what things are, and I often explain what Tyvek is, and I will prove that it doesn't tear. However, in one class, I tore it. No, Noreen, that's perfectly acceptable behaviour. Over here, Tyvek's used for crime scene clothing as well. So, you know, if you go on a crime spree, make sure that you're around to pick up a bit of clothing afterwards. Hi, Rinny. Have I pronounced that right? So, yeah, so I accidentally tore some.
With your super strength.
With my super strength.
Beyond terrible.
And there is a video of it knocking about, but we'll just leave it there. Anyway, so what we're going to do now is our hinges, because we are a quarter of an hour into this class and we've done absolutely nothing yet. So I'm going to cut my hinges, and I want to cut my hinges at 10 3/4 inches. So what I'm doing is I've got my A4 piece of card and I'm just cutting it down to 10 3/4 inches. And I need to cut 2 hinges at 3 by 10 3/4. 2.
3.
2 at 2 of 2 pieces that measure 3 by 10 3/4. Yeah. Okay, so put those to one side. And then our second set of hinges are 10 3/4. And one is by 4. And one is by 3 1/2. So we've got 4 hinges. Okay. Right, you can put your trimmer away for now. So we've got 4 hinges. They're all 10 3/4 inch height.
Yeah.
We've got 2 at 3, 1 at 3 1/2, and 1 at 4. Right, Sally Ann, 10 3/4. 2 at 10 3/4 by 3. 1 at 10 3/4 by 3 1/2. Pardon me. And 1, we were cutting the hinges, and 1 at 10 3/4 by 4. Okay? Can I have my juice, please, dear? Now Storm's gone.
Yeah.
Thank you. Tar. So you're going to have 4 hinges, okay?
2 at 3 by 10 3/4.
Right, so now I need you to get your scoreboards. Oh, I've lost my thingy again. Where's my bone folder?
I don't know.
Neither do I. Oh, for goodness sake. It's going to be one of those days today, isn't it?
Yep.
I'll have to use my other one. I don't like this bone folder. It's a bit sharp. Right, okay. Right, so let's start on the 4-inch side, okay? So I've got my hinge here that is 10 3/4 by 4. So I'm going to score at 1 inch.
Which one you doing first?
10 3/4 by 4. So I'm cutting right, I'm scoring on the 4-inch side at 1 inch, 1 1/2 inches, 2 inches, 2 1/2 inches, and 3 inches. So what we've got is our hinges here with 1 inch on either side, and then every 1/2 inch there. Okay, so we've got, Wendy, we're going to call these gussets just for you. So we've got 4 gussets here and then 1 inch on either side. Okay, right, now we'll go, oh, it's covered in glitter for, to the 3 1/2 inch one. So this is 3 1/2 by 10 3/4. Okay, so I'm going to score on the 3 1/2 inch side, and I'm going to score at 1 inch, 1 1/2 inches, 2 inches, and 2 1/2 inches. So this has got the inch at either side, and then the 3 gusset bits there. Okay? Sally Ann's lost. Sally Ann, right, you're cutting 4 hinges out of the Tyvek card mix. If you haven't got Tyvek just out of card, you're going to cut 1 at 4 inches by 10 3/4 inches. You're going to cut 1 at 3.5 by 10 3/4 inches. And you're going to cut 2 at 3 inches by 10 3/4 inches. Okay? So you're going to have 4 pieces that are going to be your hinge. Okay? Now on the 3-inch hinges, we've got the 3 inches at the top, and we're going to score at 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and 2 inches. And that's the same on both, okay?
She says she only has 1 sheet of tow. That's all she needs, isn't it?
Well, no, because it doesn't quite cut. No, it's not quite big enough. Right, okay. Well, in that case, have you stuck down your Tyvek onto your... Have you stuck down your Tyvek onto your card yet? Because I have a hack if you haven't. Okay. Hi, Joan. Okay. All right. Well, I'm trying to think if there's a quick and easy solution. I recommend that you cut from the Tyvek card mix the 2 hinges that are the 4-inch and the 3.5 inches. The 2 hinges that are 3 inches by 10 3/4, cut those out of cardstock. The 2 hinges are to the most important, that are going to get the most wear, for which the Tyvek would be most important, will be the 4-inch and the 3.5 inch one. Is that okay? Yep. Right. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take these 2 smallest hinges, which were the ones that were 3-inch. No, you haven't missed anything, Lorraine. Just a load of me drivelling on about absolutely nothing. Yes, Michelle, I'm cutting the hinges out of the Tyvek covered card, except I'm not using Tyvek. If you've only got 1 sheet of Tyvek, because I think probably when I first wrote this, I only used 1 sheet, but I've changed the size of the hinges slightly and made them a bit bigger so that it expands easier. Linda, part 1 to 4, if you go into Crafting Together with All Brands group, you look at the topics and you'll see that it says Cal Summers Workshops. You'll find them all under there. Okay? Yeah. Diana, 4-inch piece, your score is at 1 inch, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. Each of these has a 1-inch gusset on each side, and then the middle bits are all at 1/2-inch increments, okay? Right. So what I want to do is start with the 2 smallest hinges, okay? And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to mitre them. We're not kinky mitering them, Mel. But what we're going to do is we're just going to snip up to the first score line and just snip off the corners like that, okay? So up to your first score line, just snip off those corners at an angle. Right? Now, I want you to take these 2 pieces, okay? Do you remember these are the ones that have got the... Let me get rid of my scissors. These are the pieces that have got that fold over bit there with the stacked pockets. They go at either end of the book. and they've got this pocket on the front. That what's it pocket? That policy envelope type pocket, okay? And I want you to lay them out so that you've got them where they would go in the book. So you've got your left hand side, which has got the stack pockets opening to the right, and the right hand side has the stack pockets opening to the left, okay? And I want you to take your first hinge, and I want you to open up this bit here, and I want you to slip your hinge in up to that first score line, okay? Because what we're doing before we glue it is we are checking it for fit. Now, I don't like to brag, but that's perfect. So that hinge fits in this hole here exactly like that. Okay? Fits in absolutely spot on. So this is my left hand piece. This is my right hand piece. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my glue. Hang on, I'm going to take my glasses off. I'm going to take my new glue. And I am going to put glue on my hinge up to that first score line. So where that inch gap is, if you like. And I am going to put my glue on both sides now. It doesn't matter hugely, but in my head, my mountain score lines, this is the bit that was on the scoreboard like this. So this is the little knobbly bit. That is going to be towards my desk when I put these hinges in. So I'm now going to put that hinge into that bit of my book like that. And that is going to close up that hole completely. Okay? So here's this bit of my book. It opens up like that, but I've now got a hinge. And that bit of book that opened up, that's now completely closed. Okay? So now I'm going to look at the bit on the other side. So here I open up. This bit, this right-hand side, the stack pocket will open to the left. And I've got a hole here. Okay? And I'm just going to pop in that hinge and make sure it fits, which it does, just up to that first score line. And I'm going to pop some glue on both sides of that, up to that first score line. And I'm going to pop that in like that. So that will close up that bit now, okay? So we've got hinges now on both sides. How are we doing? You've all gone really quiet.
Yeah, I missed the 1 inch.
Right, Sally Ann. Okay, on the 4-inch one, well, they're all the same. Basically, they get an inch on either side. So you want to score on the 4-inch side, so that's you scoring that way, at 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and 3. So you get an inch at either side. Okay? Right, so put those to the side for a moment. And I want you to take your front cover. So your front cover has got one of these acetate pockets on the back, okay?
Posh ones.
And I want you to take the hinge that is 4 inches. And I want you to do exactly the same with that. I want you to snip off those corners up to that first score line. Now, this hinge, this is the knobbly side. This is going to face upwards for me because we're looking at the hinge that goes in the left-hand side of our front, okay? And I'm just going to check it for size. So this 4-inch hinge is going to fit onto the left-hand side of my front cover, okay? Like that. Now, it's ever so slightly long. So I'm just going to trim that down just a tiny bit. And I'm just going to check it again. So this is the 4-inch hinge.
And the front cover.
And the front cover. It slips, the hinge slips into the left-hand side of our front cover, okay?
Is that as you're looking at the front?
This is my front, yeah. So this is the front. Okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue that in. So I'm going to take my glue. Add it to both sides of my hinge. Slip that in there to the left-hand side of my front cover. And I'm going to glue that down. Okay?
Sticky.
Now, just for ease at this moment, I'm just going to fold on the middle score line there because it just makes it easier to manage, okay? We will eventually fold on all the score lines, but just for now. Right, this is my back cover, okay? So this is the very back of my book, and this is the inside back cover. And I want to attach that to this hinge.
Bobbly bit up or down?
Bobbly bit up. Okay, so I'm going to attach that 4-inch spine, the other half of it, onto my back cover like that, okay? This will all make sense, I promise. Although I'm really starting to doubt myself at the moment. I think I might have missed a hinge out. We might have to cut another hinge.
What? 4 hinges.
Let me just think a minute. That goes on there. Yep, that's good. Yeah, I've missed a hinge out. We're going to have to cut one more hinge. It doesn't matter. Right, okay, so let me just get rid of that a minute. Right, my back hinge is going to go, that hinge, so this is my front. That is going to go into my back here, my back piece. So I'm just going to put some glue onto that bit of the hinge, that 1-inch sort of bit. And I'm going to slip my back cover up to that first score line. So we've now attached the back of the book to the front. Okay? And we've got 4 lines here. We've got 4 we've got 4 gussets really, I suppose. Okay? Right. Now, I want you to take your left-hand page. This is the one where the stacked pocket opens to the left. And we're going to attach this to the other side of our front cover. So we've got a hole in our front cover here, and that is going to fit in there. Okay, so that will fold out and go on top of there like that. So we've already attached the hinge here. And now I'm going to attach it to the other side of my front cover. Like that.
Sue's just entered. Sue Dinsdale.
Hi, Sue. So now you can see this book is starting to kind of come together. So here's my front cover. When I open my book, I've got my little sort of policy envelope type thing. And when I open it again, I've got my stack pocket, these flappy bits, and then on this side I've got my acetate pocket, and then that bit with the pockets there, okay? So that will roll up now. Okay, now we have to put these bits together. So let me just think about this a minute. That's going to go in there, isn't it? Yeah. Right, so put that to one side. Oh no, we have got enough bits. What am I talking about? I've got this bit.
I thought you had.
I have. Just ignore me. I'm being a prat.
Yes.
Thank you, dear.
I'm not agreeing with you.
It's a shame we won't make it to 7 years, isn't it? Right, anyway, so now I'm going to do it.
6 yet.
No, I know. You'd be lucky if you do. Right, glue.
Does that mean I get a cake to myself?
No, you don't get the cake to yourself.
Is this A4 size?
It's slightly less than. I used A4 card, but the finished size is I think 7 1/4 by 10 3/4.
Sally Ann has asked, which bit do we fasten to the front?
Right. So
you need your super diagram.
You've got, yeah, you need that diagram that you did such ace things with. So this, on the left hand bit of my front, the left hand, I've got my 4-inch hinge. On the right hand, I have got one of the 3-inch hinges. Yeah, but I didn't write what size the hinges were, which was a bit stupid, wasn't it? I should have done that, really. Okay, so this is the 4-inch hinge. This is a 3-inch hinge. So 4 to the left, 3 to the right. Okay. So I've now got those two bits attached, and I've got my final hinge here. Prat that I am. And I'm just going to snip off those corners again. And we are going to attach this knobbly bit down to the left-hand side of our acetate pocket here. Okay? So I'm going to put some glue on it. I'll just open that up so that you can see that's my stack pocket. And I'm going to attach this.
Michelle has asked, the right hand stack pocket, what did you attach it to?
The right hand stack pocket is exactly like the left hand side. So I don't know if that's going to help a great deal at the moment. It might do. Let's have a look. Okay. Right, so what we've got here is, what I should have done is written on this. Where's my pink pen? Where's my bright pink pen? Here it is. This is a 3-inch gusset hinge. That's the no, it's not. This is the 3-inch one. That's the 4-inch one, and that's the 3.5-inch one. So that's the 4-inch. That's the 3-inch. That's the 3-inch, which means that that's the 3.5-inch one. I'll get Mark to have another look at this plan. Right, so now this is our final bit, and we're going to attach this into the other side of our back page. Okay? So I'm going to pop some glue on there. Slip that into there, and this will bring our book into one piece. Okay? Right, so I'll show you now. Okay, it's a bit floppy at the moment because we haven't put our photo mats in it yet, and the photo mats will make it ping up a bit.
Convex side on the inside.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's entirely up to you. If they're all on different sides, it doesn't matter, because what I did was I actually cut out bits of pattern paper and put them over the top, so you won't see. It doesn't matter at all which way up they go. If they're all different, it doesn't matter. Right, so if I show you this book now, it might make better sense. So here's the front of my book. Okay? This is my 4-inch gusset, hinge, whatever. This is a 3-inch hinge. So if I open up that now, what I've got here is where I'm going to put my insert. The insert was the one thing I didn't decorate this week. So my insert is going to go in there. It'll be better when I'm... Okay, so that's going to go in there. If I open up this side now, I've got my acetate pocket and those bits there. I've got a stacked pocket. And then I've got my little pocket and these flappy bits, okay? Now, this will actually open up now, so you've got your back, but this will be exactly the same as the bit that we've just looked at. So you've got your stacked pocket, you've got your acetate pocket. So the two bits of the book, this bit and this bit, are exactly the same. And then you've got your middle, which is your inside back cover, okay? But these two edges, as you can see, we've both got the pockets here. Those open up, and you've got the acetate pockets and the stacked pockets. The only bit that is significantly different is when you've got this bit, when you open up. That's the only bit that's different. The rest of it is symmetrical. Okay? Is that all right? Does that make sense now?
Yup.
Are we good? Yes, Michelle, exactly, like a mirror image. That's it, precisely. So your front's different, but you're opening it up onto a page that's different because that's where we've put our insert. But when you open it up like this, this is when it becomes symmetrical. You've got your middle, back pocket, back page, You've got the symmetry of these two pages, which are the fold over envelope type thingies. Open them up. You've got your stack pockets that open up. And then you've got your acetate pockets as well. Okay, I think I've probably made that sound an awful lot more difficult than it really was.
Yeah.
Thank you. You don't have to agree with everything I say.
No, dear.
Right, are we good? Oh dear, I think I knocked my camera.
Yes.
Thingy there. Okay, so all we've got to do now, either side of the inside, right, on the inside back, this is where it gets a little strange because I changed it so that you have the expansion room to put plenty of photo mats in it. On the left hand side, you've got the 4-inch hinge.
Show the picture again.
And on the right hand side, you've got the 3.5-inch hinge. So here, right, we've got our inside back cover. We've got a 4-inch hinge to the left, 3.5-inch hinge to the right. Then if these are all folded up, we've got our policy envelopes, which are both 3-inch hinges. Okay. What can I do to help you not be lost, Sally Ann? Your book should help. The way that you folded this should help a lot. Right. Okay. Sorry about that. So what you can do now is you can decorate the book.
Somebody says, can you
I can come and do it for you. It's not a problem. So you need to decorate up your book now and make it look pretty. That's the easy bit. But we also need to make a ton of photo mats. Now I've given you some ideas of photo mat sizes. These are a guideline only, and you can make as many of these as you want on your cutting guide for tonight. So for instance, in conjunction with your plan, I've suggested that for pages 1, 2, 5 and 6, which are your pocket, right, that's page 1, that's page 2, and then the same over the other side. I've given you some suggestions of sizes for photo mats that should fit in all of the pockets, and you can make as many of those as you like. And then page 3 and 4, page 3 is this one, your acetate pocket. I've given you some suggested sizes for photo mats there, and so on and so forth. So I've listed what sort of sizes photo mats you can make. But you can totally decide whatever you like. Now, one of the things that I did do is I used my photo mats as closures for this page. So I've got just a 6x4 inch photo mat that just slips in there, so that'll keep that bit shut. But also I got a 6x4 piece of paper. I just cut pattern paper and I just folded it in half just because it was interesting. Okay, and you can do that with inserts. You can fold them, you can have them just as ones, you can do whatever you like. I've used cutter parts on my papers, for example. Oh,
Valerie says you've got 2 hinges on one side.
Okay, Chloe, I need more info.
Oh, she's done it, Sally Ann.
No, Sally Ann's done it. Brilliant. Chloe, I'm more concerned about. Yeah, Michelle, I don't think watching class again in this case is going to help. I really don't. I really don't. There is on YouTube, and Mark might be able to, please my love, find the link. There is on YouTube a walkthrough of this video, of this book. There is a walkthrough video of this book which might help. So I've used some cut aparts and I've just made those into photo mats. You can just, this is where you can start to get really creative, and you can put loads in there. You know, I've just put just straight photo mats in here. If you remember, we've put our extra bit on. But this is when you can really go to town and be creative. Decorate up all of your little pockets, make it all pretty. What I've done as well is I have cut my pattern paper to cover these hinges because it looks really pretty, I think. And I've cut those instead of, because you know that the gap between these two bits here is 1/2 inch. I have cut each of the width of these pieces is 3 3/8 of an inch. Okay. Right. So now you're all confused. That's your book complete. So you can go off and make your can you get it out, Chloe? Now the nice thing is, because you'll probably already have covered it, is that you might be able to get it out quite easily. Because what I do, if I put something in wrong, I'll use my knife just to kind of eke at it a bit, and then just maybe even a metal ruler or something. Once I'm in there, I can just use that to separate it. But you've got the benefit that it won't have stuck yet. Okay? And if you get really stuck, let me know and I'll talk you through it again. Okay? So yeah, go off and make your photo mats. It gets much bulkier once you put your photo mats in it, which is why I changed the size of the hinges slightly. Yeah, a butter knife is a great idea, Wendy, actually. And if you find that you rip your paper, your base paper, once you glue your hinge back in, it rarely shows. Well, how do you bend the hinges? I just folded on the score lines. So we've got all these score lines now. So just fold on them. That's all I do. Just fold on your score lines. And then you can just... The book's got expansion room, basically. Because you can see this. A bit like your t-shirt, a bit like my t-shirts. This is full at the bottom. So this is why I expanded the hinges a little bit, because I wanted it to have a little bit more growing room than it had got. Okay? So you can go off and finish the rest of it on your own, I think, can't you? Do your own decoration, do your photo mats, fill it up and enjoy it. Now, I am pretty certain that something's happening next Friday.
Something, I might be busy.
There is something happening next Friday. Which means I expect that very few people are going to want a class on Friday evening. I'm hoping. So, the plan is this, because I'm not done yet. Well, I'm done with this, but I'm not done. I'm not done. This week I'm going to record a little class that will go up next Friday evening. Sally Ann, it's mine on Monday. Ah, December babies are the best. So next Friday, because it's Christmas Day, we won't be having a class. Oh, well done, Chloe. That's great news. Oh, I'm so happy. That's brilliant. Oh, Ruth, that's lovely. Yes, that's exactly what's going to be. Yeah, we're going to be a bit busy next Friday doing Santa stuff. So, next Friday, obviously, we won't be having class. I don't think anybody will mind too much, but you don't get rid of me that easily. So I'm going to put a little class. I'm going to pre-record a class and I'm going to put it up in the group on Friday night in Crafting Together with All Brands. It's a super, super simple little set of notebooks. They couldn't be easier. They couldn't be quicker. They're great for gifts for people and for using up scraps of paper. So I will put that up in the group next Friday evening. Now, I was only supposed to be doing 6 weeks, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be allowed back because I want to do for the Friday after Christmas and New Year. I've got like a 2-part class that I want to do with a really simple little book for you, and that'll be in 2 parts. So, oh, Karen, there's not much difference between you and I. I love being in my 50s. I really do. I think it's the best age I've ever been. So I'm not done yet. So there's going to be a class next Friday, and then there's going to be like a 2-part little mini class, but we'll do those as live. So if you're not busy on New Year's Day, Mark and I will be doing a live on New Year's Day, same time as well. So that's it as far as this folio is concerned. Please, please, please. It's your 40th this week, Sally Ann. Oh my goodness, happy birthday. Oh, 40's ace. Yeah.
I can't remember that far.
Well, I'm having some difficulty, but yeah. So as far as we're concerned, that's it now until after Christmas. So Mark and I and the cats would like to wish you...
Margaret can't believe you're in your 50s.
No, I can't believe I'm in my 50s either. It's amazing I made it this far with all the knife incidents, but there we go. So Mark and I and the cats wish you all the happiest of Christmases. If you're not going to have a happy Christmas, you don't like Christmas, it upsets you, or maybe you're going to be on your own because we've all got odd Christmases this year, then you know what? Drop us a line. Because nobody needs to be on their own, and we'll be knocking about. We'll have Dad for the day, but other than that, you know, we've got time. So if you're not happy, you know, because it is a difficult time of year for so many people, then just drop one of us a line. We'll always have time to chat to you. Okay? We are always here. But we do wish you a very peaceful, happy Christmas. Lots of love to all of you. Thank you for doing all of our classes with us. And we will see you later in December. Happy Christmas. Bye.